Democracy is no more the path to the truth than whimsy is. You can't appeal to most people thinking something as the only justification for it being true if you want to have good reasons for what you believe. And whereas an individual, I just don't see it that way, I have my point of view, is a kind of personal arrogance, where no matter how much you accuse the person who's giving you reasons why you're wrong and won't back down of arrogance, it's actually you who's taking a position that I'm so infallible that I don't even know to give reasons. And there's a kind of subtle extension to this, to the group, where, well, my people can't be wrong about this. My fellow believers can't be wrong about this. And it doesn't matter what reasons you give. So the whimsical and democratic views are both unsound. And if you want a metaphor for why the group should not necessarily be trusted if they're not giving good reasons, is to think about a magician on a stage. There may be 1,000 people in that room, and 998 of them are completely wrong about what they're seeing. Their point of view is absolutely wrong. And the only people who know it are the magician and the magician's assistant, who know how the trick is done. The people who can see through it. And that takes a kind of expertise. And if you're taking this as a metaphor for philosophy, knowing how the trick is done, that kind of expertise is the equivalent of actually learning logic. Even, like, you're not ever going to be perfectly logical, perfectly rational, but you can at least learn the basics, and you can at least take correction when people point out flaws in your logic. And if you do this, then you are entitled to assume that the results of those logical processes are true until someone gives you a better reason to think otherwise. And you are entitled to look at the opinion of someone who has not even that much expertise and has not even tried that hard to give reasons, just assuming that their opinion must be correct because either they can't be wrong or their group can't be wrong. You can look at that and say, no, you're wrong. I've given you good reasons, you've given me none. And I'm not saying you should browbeat people with this. Like, sometimes you can't agree, you just don't want to talk about it. Just stop talking about it. You can do that. But you don't have to. It's not like you're doing something wrong by insisting.